I would like to calibrate my vibration around money because it's a mess.
All right, well, you just did the opposite.
I toned it down. I had a big
It's okay because you've been observing it, and most humans don't like to lie. They feel like they must speak it like it is, and we get that. We don't want you to fabricate things. We just want you to choose from what's manifested or from what's in the process of manifesting and focus on whichever part of it you like the best. Because it's not wrong for it to be a mess. It got that way because you care about things and because you help a lot of other people and because you don't prioritize as well as you could. And we could talk all day about the reasons that anybody's in the jam that they're in. But none of that matters because in every bit of that mess forming, we like this so much. While you were making this mess, you are building this vortex. And the bigger the mess is, the bigger the vortex is. So if you could just know, I could look over there. Oh, it's so hard because over here, they're banging on my door. They're filling up my mailbox. I'm not sleeping at night. We get it. But you have the ability to focus better. You know, you don't even have to think about money. You can just think about things that aren't a mess. You could just think about the positive aspects. You can use any excuse you want to hook up with your inner being who knows about your money and knows where it is and is telling you that the shoes are in front of the door and you're going to trip over them. Or that something's coming down the road that's going to slam into the side of you if you do what you're planning to do, what's logical for you to do, what the green arrow is telling you to do, what the others are saying that you should do. There's all kinds of things that you might be doing because by whatever standards it's the right thing to do, but your inner being is taking it all into consideration in an absolutely non-judging way about what's right and wrong and is calling you constantly to your path of least resistance. So if we can convey that to you in a way that you can really hear it, what you want to do is start finding the path of least resistance rather than the rightness or the wrongness. Esther didn't say to Jerry, I'm so ashamed of you. That arrow was green and you just sat here. You just sat here like a non-compliant person. It's your outcomes that you're wanting to pay attention to, the connecting of the dots. So you want to turn thought to presence of money rather than turning thought to absence of money because it's the same process. Doesn't seem like it, does it? The absence of money seems different than the presence of money, but it isn't. Because wanted or unwanted, there's always a vibrational version of it first. Did you know the absence of money is a vibrational version? There's no source of evil like there's the source of good, any more than there is the source of darkness like the source of light. It's just what you are focused on, what you're letting in any moment in time. If you want to get right to the specific subject of money, you've got to find a way to feel different about money. And we encourage that you make games of it instead of hardship, because it's easy to let it be hardship because the momentum of the hardship's been going on for a while. But if you can find a way to make a game of it, we encouraged many friends early on in the work that we're doing through Esther to get a column or pad and just column, and write down what you have to pay every month, starting with the big stuff all the way to the littler stuff. So it was usually house payment and then car payment and then, and over there's a bicycle payment maybe or something. However it works out for you. And then say to yourself as you look at it and be real about it, this is what I've promised to do, or this is what I need to do, or this is what I want to do. Put vacation fund in there too, and gift fund. Put anything in there that is important to you. And then look at it and say, I've decided to do this. I'm going to do my very best to do it. And sometimes I'm going to do double what I said I was going to do. And then on the very last column, the one that's the smallest, pay it twice and say to yourself, see, I'm going to do my best to do all of it, and I did that one twice. Now your logic might kick in and say, the arrow was green. Your logic might kick in and say, why are you paying something that you don't need to pay while you're not paying things that you're supposed to pay? And the answer is because I'm turning this into a game, because I feel how I feel and I get what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is what I'm getting. So this hardship, this not enoughness is what I'm feeling. So the law of attraction can't deliver what I've asked for, what I deserve, what's lined up, what's on its way, because the law of attraction cannot defy the resistance that I'm adding to the equation. It's all about momentum and inertia and resistance and friction. And friction slows things down. Now, you want some friction, otherwise you'd fly off in the bushes when you don't really want to. You like inertia. Inertia says if it's going that way, it's going to keep going that way unless something really changes. If the road stops going, you're still going to go that way, even though the road went that way. In other words, so you want some friction, you want some ability to control yourself. That's what your thoughts and emotions are all about. But understand that where you're headed is where you're headed. And if you're headed somewhere that feels like you began to describe it before we cut you off just now, it's not going to change until you change the way you feel. And you got to figure out how to change the way you feel without the conditions having to change first. That's why you're going to make a game of finances. It's already in motion. There's already a track that's been laid, but you're laying a new track. This is going to be fun. And what you'll notice is, before you know it, that last one over there, there's nothing else on it. You paid it all off. Psh, happened really fast. Ooh, that felt good. It was a game. Instead of feeling tense and uncomfortable about whatever it is showing up in your inbox or your mailbox or wherever it shows up, you find yourself looking forward to it because it's more reason to play the game. You'll wish that you could play the game every day instead of just that one day. Do you have a pile of things that you're supposed to do that are in a corner in your somewhere and you haven't even opened them yet? Do you have any of those piles? Because you don't want to face what's in those because that doesn't feel fun. This game won't feel like that. You'll get that game out and you'll just play that game. Like with Monopoly money. You'll just play that game. You'll just play that game.